So, unless they reveal it by themselves to you, you never ask a grown woman these questions. Unless you're close, and being close means you should be knowing so much about the person in question. You shouldn't be asking these questions in the first place. So consider subscribing if this is your first time. We share tips here on how to improve and be great no matter the little steps we get there. Subscribe, share the videos with your family and friends, as well as leave some of the crazy, awkward questions you hear from people at the comments so we can all learn as well. So let's jump in. And the first very insensitive question I hear people ask, most especially from aunties, uncles, like your relatives, your family, once they see you are grown 25 and above, they start asking you when you are getting married, like it is candies you're going to shop at the grocery store. That is so insensitive and pushing people to depression, because every woman, most especially an African woman from 25, her wish is having that life partner, having to get married. That is her prayer point every night, wishing for that partner. And the much you, that auntie or uncle, can do is pray for that niece, or you organize parties with friends, like have their sons around, like just constantly create parties for your kids to get to know each other. They might just find their partners, look for solutions to the issue rather than depressing your niece or your own daughter, asking her when she will get married. Don't, like, can't you see you're getting old? You are already 25. You need to get married and start having kids. You need to start making your own babies. Like, that is so insensitive. We need to evolve out of that mentality. I still see people asking those questions this 21st century, and to me it is so not fair. You are depressing your daughter or your niece. You don't ask those questions. Look for ways. Take her out. Introduce her to friends. Let her meet people. You don't know, she might just meet a friend's son, and rather than asking those questions, look for solutions. Don't ask those questions. They are depressing, and that is so bad, and that can destroy your daughter or your niece's productivity, because she needs to always be happy to put out her best. So that question to me is a no. You don't ask your niece or your daughter when she will be getting married because she's 25, she's grown. You don't ask. Takes me to the second most insensitive question I hear people ask is, when will you start having babies? Don't you know you are old enough to start having babies? What are you waiting for? Because you're 25, you're grown, you need to start having kids. Like, that is so insensitive. Personally, I went through a lot before having my daughter. I married and stayed for years. I did a lot before having my baby. I had to change my diet. All the healthy recipes I share on my health channel, Research Tips, is because of improving my fertility. I started that channel. My frustration, I had to change how I eat. I did a lot for years. I suffered. And I always had people asking me those questions. What are you waiting for? Won't you have your babies? Don't you know you are getting old? You are already 30 now. Like, you're 31. You're like, they keep telling me each year I am getting old and I should start having those babies. Otherwise, like you need to take a deep breath. Think before asking people certain questions. Or there are other sensitive ways you can introduce the topic, like, I have a hospital my friend's daughter went to. She had fertility issues and she went to that hospital. The doctor helped and she succeeded. Those are solutions you come up with, and not questions like, what are you waiting for? When will you start having babies? Don't you see you're getting old? Those are depressing questions. Personally, I had to run away from people. I don't make friends. Colleagues at work, I would just shy away. Like, they were looking at me like a difficult person, but no, I was just protecting my peace, and I don't want you coming close to me and asking me, how many babies do you have, Lisa? How many kids? If I say I don't have, you start asking me, when will you start having? Don't you see you're getting old? Like we need to evolve, respect people and boundaries. If it was that easy to just have babies, there will be no barren woman around. Women go through a lot. For you to pressure them with that question, when are you having babies? When will you start having babies? Just because you're married or you're 25 and above, they start putting you under pressure to start having babies. Like, to me, that is so insensitive. That is a question you never ask. If you love that person so much, just pray. Someone will not gain weight in peace. As soon as you gain weight, they are telling you, oh, your face looks like a pregnant woman. Are you sure you're not pregnant? Yeah, you're pregnant. Look at the baby bump. That is so embarrassing, trust me. I had to share this because this particular question of when will you start having babies, I suffered a lot from it. Another very insensitive question, even after having kids, most especially if you have just girls, they start asking you, won't you try the last one to see you can have a son? You need to have a son, you have just girls. You need to have a son. Like, are these women creating these babies? We just need to be contented with what God has given us. You need to stop putting women under pressure to have male children. That is so bad. There is no difference between a girl and a boy child. They are all children. There is no difference. If God gives your wife or your son's wife or your sister just girl children, be happy for her. Just boys, be happy for her. There is no need putting people under pressure, trust me. That is something I have noticed, most especially from in-laws. Like, your mother-in-law will ask if you will not try again with your husband to see if you can have a male child. That is so not, you're putting that girl under pressure, and that is so insensitive of you and not fair, because only God decides the sex of the baby you are having. Only God. And you should be asking that to your son, because your son is actually who gets the woman pregnant. But no, they will not ask their son. They are asking the daughter-in-law, won't you try with your husband again? Try to have a male child. Like, to me, that is so embarrassing and very insensitive. We are the aunties and mothers of this new generation. We have evolved, and trust me, there are certain things we need to work on, and just pray for the best and be happy with whatever God blesses us with. Just imagine it was your daughter they were asking the question to, and try to be sensitive at times. So now the fifth very awkward question you don't ask a grown woman is how old she is. Like, how old are you? You don't. Women always feel like baby girls, and asking a woman how old she is like you want to tell you she's old. So to her, it is a no, you don't ask that. All women are baby girls. So you don't need to ask a woman how old she is. You just need to appreciate her beauty, and, just let her tell you, let her reveal it by herself. You don't just ask a woman, how old are you? Like, you want to hear if she's young or old, of which we women, we age and still take care of ourselves to look like baby girls, and you are there asking us, how old are you? Like, you want me to tell you I'm 40, I'm 42, you want me to tell you my age? No. You want to know if I'm old or I'm young. That is so awkward. You don't ask a woman. You can easily ask a man, because a man of 80 years is as good as a woman of 25 years, because a woman of 70 years can still get married, but a woman of 50 doesn't have the opportunities of a man at 70. So just let us baby girls be. You don't ask women their age. Don't ask our age. If we want to tell you, we tell you. You don't ask a woman, how old are you? Most especially if you want to date that woman, and the first thing you are asking, how old are you? Like, really? You don't do that. You get to know that lady in questions, and they have more polite ways you get that answer without directly just asking, how old are you? Like, you want to know if she's old, and so that is another awkward, insensitive question you don't ask women. And yeah. The fifth question you never ask a grown woman is how much she makes, how much she is worth. Like, you want to measure or determine your relationship with her based on her income. That is so wrong. You need to get to know people, get close to them. Once you get close to them, you should be knowing everything about them. You should be knowing her work schedule. You should be seeing how she pays her bills. There are things you need to watch and know about a woman rather than asking those crazy questions, because trust me, you can just ruin a potential beautiful relationship at the beginning just by asking those crazy questions. Or some in-laws will want to start asking that woman how much she is worth to see if they can match her with their son. If you are up enough to match up with their son. And to me, it is crazy, because at times it is not actually even money. You need to get to know people. Some people are very smart up there. They have the brains, but they don't have that instant cash you're looking for. Like, you want to know how much they are worth. So a woman's potential is far more better than her income. Trust me. You want to know if she can protect you when you're down. You want to know if she can manage the family when you're down. You want to know if she can stand by you. There are a lot of other good qualities you want from a woman, not her income. Most especially on a first date, if you're getting to know that woman, can just ruin a potential very beautiful relationship you would have had with that woman. And yeah, like, there are so many of these insensitive questions I can go over and over and over, but these are the very important ones I wanted to talk about today. Like, these are questions that can lead people to depression. It is not fair at all asking a grown woman when she will get married what she is waiting for. When she will start having babies, what is she waiting for? Don't you see you are getting old? Those questions are really so insensitive. Like, I had to share with you today. We are the future generation. We are the aunties and uncles. We are the mommies and daddies. We should evolve from that. How do I put it? Evolve. You don't just ask sensitive questions just because you are an auntie or uncle. If you love your niece so much, pray for her. Pray for her to have those babies you want. Pray for her to have the husband you want, rather than depress her with insensitive questions. Yeah, so remember, we are all here to improve our ways and be great, no matter the little steps. Feel free to leave your own awkward questions at the comment section you hear from people, or you're comfortable, or you find them uncomfortable. Leave them at the comments. We are all here to learn, improve, and be great, no matter the little steps we get there. So share this video with your family and friends, and I will see you again in my next video. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching, and bye.